Well, welcome along to Monday the 18th of March. Super League Raw news here for you, live and exclusive. And right off the bat, if you haven't heard already, St Helens is a sellout for the Good Friday clash against the Wigan Warriors. That is going to be one not to be missed. And also the match review panel, well, yet again, being quite reserved this week. Just the one ban for Franklin Pelly. He'll be sitting out the Challenge Cup weekend this week. Well, what do you know? Don't forget, we have a competition for members. Become a member here at Super League Raw. You know how to do it. Go over to the Patreon website, put it in there /Super League Raw. Go and have a look at the memberships. From as little as $2.99 a month, you could be going to the Challenge Cup final. 2 tickets will be up for grabs. We'll be doing the draw for that on the semi-final weekend. Good luck to all of our members for that prize draw. It's sure to be a great, great occasion for whoever gets those tickets. Right. What a weekend. There's some beautiful tries on the way. The best tries of round 5. Here they are. Some exceptional tries, balls round the back, some exceptional lines in the Garma try. Very easy on the eye, cut out balls. It had a bit of everything there, didn't it? The greatest game on earth, without a doubt. Let's go around the grounds, but before we do, let's check in on the round 5 results. The Salford Red Devils 12, Wigan Warriors 22. A great game that. The Rhinos 8, Saints 18. Another barnstormer headingly between these two. The Giants 12, the Robins 24. Game that, I have to say, the Robins looked very comfortable in throughout. A team that really put on the afterburners with the Leopards 54-4 winners over Hull FC at the MKM. More problems for Tony Smith there. The Catalans Dragons 40, the Castleford Tigers 14. A very comfortable win for the Dragons in Perpignan. And finally, the Warrington Wolves, well, a very convincing win, 58 points to 4 against the London Broncos. Perhaps their worst performance of the season today for the Broncos, but take nothing away from the Warrington Wolves. Right, let's go around the grounds and get some of the fallout from these games, starting at that big one at the top, Salford against the Warriors.
It was a good game. It was obviously, you kept everybody on the edge of the seats for the full 80. So we didn't like the ending of it, and I thought we're master of our own downfall in that respect. But people keep asking me, you must be proud of your players. Well, we're always proud of our players, but we don't take losing very lightly. So we don't sit here and feel like it's good enough to be in a game with Wigan. We want to beat Wigan. It's as simple as that, and that probably shows the competitive nature. I speak on behalf of them lads, and that reflects their competitive nature and what they're about. So, which is a great trait. I want them to be disappointed. We are, all the staff are, but we recognise that it was a good effort. We had a lot of disruption in changing in personnel pre-game, during game. And so, as always, they put a shift in, and the game was there for us to win.
Yeah, obviously really pleasing to get the win. But even before that, I was proud of our effort. I don't think we were at our best tonight. I thought Salford were very good. They moved the ball with such confidence, given the conditions as well. You've got to admire the way they play and the way they chance their arm. I think either team could have gone on to win that game. Obviously, I'm delighted it's us, but I was proud of the effort even before that. We weren't at our best. I must repeat that. Some uncharacteristic mistakes, I feel.
To get to that 100%. He's gone short here. He's gone short, and they've not got it, and it's into the hands of Wardle, and it's a gift. And he might just have given.
Well, my words were, it happens. No dramas. Shook his hand. He's been great. So we won't get any kicks from me. He's been fantastic, and he continues to be fantastic. He's playing great rugby. There are misjudgment at the wrong time, but I thought when Smith went off, we went off-piste a little bit, lost our way a little bit with the ball in hand, and probably shouldn't have been in that position where we were having to take a drop out. But that's there's 79 other minutes there where he was brilliant, so there's no dramas. Obviously, he'll go again, and his thought process straight away is he's looking forward to the next game. He wants to play again. That's Sneedy for.
Mark Sneyd, absolutely superb in that game. Yes, it was a clanger, let's be absolutely honest about that, but there's no taking it away. Sneyd was the man of the match, a brilliant assist in this game, 16 tackles in D, his kicking game all night on point, 10 attacking kicks, 20 kicks in general pay, 2 goals, a bust, 1 offload, 59 metres. I mean, it's fair to say Sneyd was the only recognised halfback on the field for Salford Red Devils. Yes, Chris Atkin was put into partnering, but every single play the ball went through the hands of Mark Sneyd. And as Paul Rowley quite rightly says, how can he criticise a player that has been arguably been one of the best players in the competition thus far this season? A sensational performance from Mark Sneyd in that one. Many congratulations to him. And as Rowley says, he will be waiting for the big one in the Challenge Cup this weekend against Hull KR. Right, let's go over to the other game that was absolutely a mouth-watering one. We said it'd be game of the week. Let's hear from the players and the coaches off the back of Leeds against St Helens.
No one likes losing, but first half we were the dominant team, and then they obviously came out strong, and very frustrating, but there's a lot there to work on going into next week.
Yeah, really tough game to get back into it. I've been out for a couple of weeks now. Definitely felt it on the lungs tonight, but just made up that we managed to hang in there and get the win. It just shows how resilient we were tonight, and Leeds come out firing, and I think we missed a kick there tonight, so we're looking to change that next week and hopefully get on the front foot a bit.
That was the best game I've seen this year in Super League. I thought there was 2 good teams going at it. Really liked the way we were patient in the first half, flowed, defended really well, played some good footy, had a lot of front foot sort of opportunities. I think probably didn't capitalise on it points wise, but against quality teams, sometimes you got to go the distance to get the points, and we just weren't quite able to do that today. But I really liked the effort and the intent and the way we went about things. And St Helens are a great team, and they showed that in the end.
Given how well you started, did you feel like you should have been further ahead?
Yeah, but as I said, you don't always get the points. They'll find ways to to negate our sort of opportunities or the flow that we had. So we'll learn a lot out of that, I think, about how we play our footy and how we can improve it. But I was really happy with the 5 weeks of effort and intent that we've had so far as we're shaping a new team and a new sort of new journey together.
What were those ways?
Their scramble, probably more than anything, their desire to find a way to cover for their mate was there well and truly. And I thought I liked how we played. I liked how we played, particularly in that first half. And even in the second half, there was a few moments there that we had sort of back clangers or major mistakes that we made, and that was the difference in the game.
There's a number of things, middles, edges. I just thought that as a collective, our intent around our defensive work at the start of the game wasn't where it needed to be. But what was there, like you've identified, was our willingness to scramble and work hard for each other. So you end up probably working harder than you probably would have done in the first place if you work hard early. And we just didn't quite have that at the start of the game. Tommy just pulled up tight in his hamstring in the warm-up and didn't feel like he could open up. And when it's like that, you're probably foolish to take risks. So we had a very, very last-minute reshuffle and got some tough decisions to make under pressure. But we had obviously John Bennison moved to the right wing, Wonga moved to the left wing, Matty Whitley moved to the centres, Joe Batchelor came off the bench, George Delaney came onto the bench. So there was a number of changes after losing one, which whether I got that decision right, I'm not too sure. But it's a credit to the playing group really that they can handle that disruption and still go out there and get a result.
What a game that was between the Leeds Rhinos and St Helens. Champion teams just find a way, don't they? And St Helens certainly did that. More of that, please, at the weekend in the Challenge Cup. Our man of the match, James Bell. 32 minutes of pure gold from Mr. Bell. 16 tackles in D, 6 tackle busts, 20 carries, 156 metres. There's no doubt that when Bell came on the field of play, the whole game swung in the favour of St Helens. An outstanding performance from Mr. Bell. We take our hat off to you. Is there a better player off the bench in Super League at this time? Well, I think you'd be going some to find one. Right, let's now go over to the MKM Stadium. A very happy Lee Leopards.
A huge honour when Lammy told me earlier in the week, I was over the moon. I think it's the group of boys we've got here, it's we're like a band of brothers, and for me to get to lead us out today, it was a special moment and one that I won't be forgetting anytime soon.
I thought today was absolutely outstanding from the squad. We needed to respond from last week's performance. I thought our last week's first 40 minutes was outstanding and let ourselves down in that second 40 minutes. So it's been a really important week for us to bounce back and without Lockie Lamb there and Tom Amone there. I thought the boys who filled in, Ben McNamara was awesome on that left-hand side, and Oliver Hones who came in were great for us.
Picked up on one there where they were singing, so it's good. The fans here are very passionate, and it's good to get a win in front of the travelling fans there today, and hopefully we can get one next weekend, going back to LSV and get our Challenge Cup underway.
As always on a Monday, Super League Raw doing the hard work for you, going around the grounds, all of these interviews, all of these press conferences available on official channels around the league, as well as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Our man of the match, Matt Moylan, he's growing, isn't he, as a Lee Leopards player. A lot of pressure on him going into this one. No Lachlan Lamb, of course, no Tom Amone, Asiata Pape. Lots of pressure on Moylan to be creative, and creative he was. 1 try, 2 assists, 9 goals, 5 attacking kicks, 11 kicks in general pay, 3 tackle bus. He was electric on the day. Matt Moylan really has caught the eye in the first 5 rounds of Super League, and the Lee Leopards, I'm sure, are delighted to have him. Right, now let's go and see how Hull FC's neighbours got on at the John Smith Stadium.
Good in terms of we're stepping forward every single week. I'd just say probably a little bit of a bump today in terms of a little bit of a step back. We seemed like we were going forward, and maybe that was a little bit of a bluff last week in terms of the confidence and the way that we was attacking last week. Everything looked really crisp last week. I just say probably this week's probably a little bit more frustrated because we've just stepped back slightly from where we were, whereas every week you want to try and get better at this time and get better and better at what you're doing and your processes.
was a hard-fought game for that first half and that first period, and then we built the game nicely, and we spoke about after half-time that we need to build it again, and I thought we did that, and then got to a decent lead. Obviously, we led in a couple of tries in the back end, but overall, I was really happy with the performance, happy with the defence, and happy with the response to what we the last couple of weeks, because the last couple of weeks haven't been overly bad. It's just been a few different things that we needed to tighten up and work on, but it can feel like you're a long way off, and that was what we spoke about. We weren't that far off, so I'm just pleased that the players performed like that today.
Yeah, what's it? The big thing is there's not been too much imagery of probably Niall playing at fullback this year, because only when they've been fatigued. So we spoke about it, but speaking about it and seeing it's two different things. And whichever way you look at it, when I seen Niall was named at fullback, it was a bit of a warning for us, because he's a top fullback, mate. I've worked with him for a number of years. I know exactly how he plays the game. I know how he thinks about the game, so I know exactly what he's doing. And you could see it. We stood on the sideline. The first try, we should never have rushed out on the back of it for him. We should have got forward and kind of held our line. But he gets you in positions that you think you can go and kill him, and then he gets that pass away on him. That's
one of the most craziest post-match press conferences I've ever heard there from Ian Watson. I've just got to say it as it is. This man, Niall Evalds, coming out with great raps. He was our man of the match in this one. 3 assists, 1 bust, 1 break, 1 offload, 7 tackles indeed, 14 carries for 139 metres. Watson saying there's not been much imagery. And then in the next breath, he starts talking about he knows him inside out. Really odd. Very odd interview that with Ian Watson at the end. One thing's for certain, KR will be a lot happier off the back of that win. They were very, very good indeed. Of course, Mikey Lewis and George King out of the Challenge Cup. More on that on Thursday's news update. But that was a real big blow for them on the night. Right, now let's go to Perpignan, where Castleford were coming to town. Not heard anything from Castleford or Craig Lingard, but Steve McNamara spoke after the game.
I thought we just did enough tonight. Just did it just enough, came and just did enough, and it's probably the first time this season I don't feel we were consistent throughout the game. I thought we had a little spell where we looked okay and then we dropped off, or it might be good attack, poor defence. I think all season we've put both attacking and defensive parts of our game together. So tonight was, I'd like to think it was not us really. It didn't really reflect us, but obviously the win's the win, and well done to Castleford for really fighting hard. Yeah. I thought they've been making progress. I thought it was a slight step back tonight. I don't think we were quite in sync with each other tonight, but it's not on Jordan or Theo, it's on the whole team. The whole team individually, there's a lot of improvement from us. I don't think we were there. We were on it tonight for whatever reason that was, and we're going to actually have 3 days off now. We're going to have 3 days off and really freshen up. The first block, the first 5 games was what we wanted to get through, and now we've got a Challenge Cup tie away in England next Sunday. So we'll have some time off before we start to prepare for that, which is going to be a tough game.
A brilliant performance for me. I thought Steve McNamara was pretty harsh on his squad there. This man in particular, Arthur Morg, was unplayable on Saturday night. A try, he got 3 assists, 3 busts, 1 break, 6 goals on the night. Arthur Morg showing his quality at the full-back position. Castleford Tigers, what do you make of that? If Steve McNamara is saying that his team are off and they put that amount on you, what does that say about your side? It really is quite damning if Steve McNamara is right. Personally, I thought they had a fine game, the Catalans Dragons. I thought Ikavalu on the edges was good. I thought Tom Davies finished his tries particularly well. They punched down the middle well. All in all, I thought it was a competent performance from the Catalans Dragons, and they fully deserved the 2 points. Like I say, pretty harsh on his team there for me was Steve McNamara. Of course, the curtain came down on this weekend in London as Warrington Wolves came to town. Let's get some fallout from this one.
So that's probably the worst performance we've had, but at the same time, mate, I thought we caused some problems, with the ball. We had the first shot we had in good ball, and we hit the lead. Jimmy Meadows hits Reece Kennedy on a lead. We actually had him at the back. We had a 3-on-2 at the back, and then the first shot to the left, we score. The one where we have a bit of room with Hakeem as well. He kicks through, and they pick up the ball and go the length. We've kind of got an outside shoulder there as well. So, Catalan was just a really tough, grindy day. that was tough. That one today, possibly the worst performance from us. Yeah.
I mean, as I said, London are not, although the scoreline was heavy today, London are they're a tough team, a gritty team. They've got a lot of good players. So to score, we had to score, and thankfully we've got some players that can find space. And I thought we took all our chances today. I don't think we left many out there, and that's the difference really. So, we capitalised when we made chances, and so I was pleased with the guys for that.
What do you make?
Size, physicality. Yeah, size, physicality. Yeah, definitely. That's what we've struggled with in all the games. Even the Hull game, we struggled with that.
Is this going to be a perennial thing for you then? Unless you can borrow players.
Well, when you talk about physicality, you talk about Lewis Bairneck and Emmanuel Wayne and Bill Leyland, Ethan, people who've got physicality. We're just missing a lot, aren't we? Simple as that.
Mike, you said last week.
Well, I was a bit nervous before the game. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty nervous. So I was happy after the first 15-20 minutes. A pretty dangerous game. Travel down and so many boys out, but they're it told me a lot about the team today, so I was happy.
Matty Nicholson was 18th man. If he would have been needed, how fit was he?
I wouldn't have played him. He was not fit yet. So that's how short on numbers I am. I don't have any players left. So he was the only bloke left that I could bring down that was in my squad. So if it had got to a point where he was available, I wouldn't have played him. Would have played with 12 because we spent a long time trying to get him fit and healthy, and he's probably a week away. He'll more than likely play next week, but I wouldn't have risked him today.
A massive win that for the Warrington Wolves, it has to be said. They will be delighted with that. Nervous Sam Burgess going to London. That's very high praise for Mike Eccles and what they've achieved in the first 4 rounds. Man of the match, only one man, Matt Duffy. 3 brilliant tries. The length of the fielder was very easy on the eye. That cut-out ball as well for the Fulish try. Very nice. 12 tackleables, 15 last week, 12 this week. He really is cutting through the line well. 3 breaks, 1 attacking kick, no errors at fullback. Very strong indeed. 223 metres. Nobody carried the ball for longer in round number 5. Is he the best fullback in Super League on current form? That's something that we will be debating this week on Super League Raw Weekly. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Be sure to join us for that one. Don't forget the membership is open at Patreon. Super League Raw, join that. Great competitions up and running with regards to that. So what about the league table? Well, with that win in London, Warrington Wolves now on points difference just above the Wigan Warriors. Then it's Saints, then it's the Dragons, the Robins and the Rhinos, and still with no points at the foot of the table, the Castleford Tigers and the London Broncos. How many of our man of the matches have got into team of the week? Well, Matt Duffy has. He's there at fullback. Josh Thulis, Ricky Latelli, Peter Hiku, and Tom Davies. They're the players that fill up the back line. Matt Moylan, yeah, he was one of our man of the matches, wasn't he? He's at 6. Johnny Lomax at 7. He had a great game as well. Paul Vaughan and Luke Thompson are the 2 prop forwards. Jez Litton gets the hooking role. Then in the back row, it's Joe Batchelor, Oliver Holmes, and James Bell, another of our man of the match picks. He is in there as well. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is another edition of Super League Raw news update on the 18th of March. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've been around the grounds. We've done the legwork for you. Yet again, we will be back on Thursday with more news updates. And don't forget, tomorrow night at 8 p.m, Super League Raw Weekly, live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We hope to see you there. Bye for now.